We desire to go to Jerusalem because in the scriptures 3 times in the year you are supposed to be able to go on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem to pay your respects unto God. Why do they not want us to go to Jerusalem to take our offering? Our fathers in former times went in multitudes unto Jerusalem. Who is it that desires that we not go to Jerusalem to pay our respect unto the omnipotent God?
Spiritually oppressing on my people like Malachi 3:8, pass the plate, let's teach. Read the whole chapter, you pastors is like Hosea 4:6, don't forget now teach. Ezekiel 8:14, they weak for who? Who's that? The cross is a lower T for that deity. Do your research. Jeremiah 23:27. Forgot his name for Lord, sharpen my sword for the kneel to the floor, say no more repent. Yeah, y'all gotta repent. Luke 1:5, the course was Abijah. 1 Chron 24 verse 10. Ha, now I know the birth of the Messiah. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1 though. Mentally enslaving all my people like Pharaoh. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people Pharaoh. Rob him. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let him go. Mentally enslaving all my people like Pharaoh. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people Pharaoh. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. Leviticus 11, still people eating swine. Isaiah 65, verse 4, no swine. Isaiah 66, verse 3, no swine. Okay. Oh, you gonna need the New Testament, right? Matthew 5:17 through 19, listen. 2 John verse 6, this love I listen. Romans 2:13, now what? Who said? Yeah, I said that. Read Exodus so we can exit this. Say John Bourgier, chillin', drippin', spiritual. Oppressing my people, wondering 40 years. Yahuwah is my savior and king, now listen. Yahusha means the father is salvation. John 3:18, you see why believe. Mentally enslaving all my people like Pharaoh. Say what? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people Pharaoh. Can't walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Straight up. Mentally enslaving all my people like Pharaoh. What? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people Pharaoh. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like Pharaoh. Let's go. You gotta have faith, but according to the Romans 9:1-5, why you lie? My flesh is of Yasharel, you better tell. ASAP, man. Psalms 83, crafty counsel I see. Got us working on Shabbat, on Sunday preaching. Psalms 91, in him I trust Yahuwah. Yeah. Okay. Deuteronomy 28, it all relates. Atlantic slave trade back in Egypt now. 2 Kings 17, 5-19. Continue to read though. Romans 11, don't boast up, listen. As we return, this fire burns in me. Yeah, Baruch atah Yahuwah Avinu, translate that. Hebrew, I mean.
But if the trumpet does blow, we are concerned and we are troubled. But let all the inhabitants of the world know we're not afraid. Stay in your places. Do not leave the village of peace.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Zion.
Hope everybody had a good Shabbat.
All praises.
All praise to the Most High. Y'all know they didn't change the time on us, whatever. So it's kind of like, different right now because it still be kind of light, before we start the live or whatnot.
I learned a lot. Y'all got to excuse me. These lights so bright, I can barely look up at them. It's a lot of lights up in here. But I learned a lot. I've been watching IUIC all day today. And got some pretty good information, like, dealing with prophecy and what's going on with Iran and stuff like that. I always enjoy a good prophecy. Oh, I wanted to say, shout out to Brother Araya. You sent, what is his name? Chris Hedge? Something, I don't know. But you sent a YouTube video to the email, and I clicked on it, and boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, that was a very interesting, basically two Edomites talking about what's going on, how America done basically wrote a check that they behind can't cash.
Ass can't cash.
Type of tip.
Shalom to Brother Lenzel. Good to see you up in here, brother.
Shalom. But yeah, that was a really good video. I wasn't really up on that channel, I don't think. Sometimes the Edomites look alike, so I may have seen him before. But anyway, that video was really good. They just really talk about everything that's going on, kind of behind the scenes, the mindset. Y'all know these heathens know each other. They are of their fathers, so they know what's going on with their fellow devils. So it was very good.
All right. Y'all know it's a lot been going on. Since we did our last lives 2 weeks ago.
It's a little warm back here.
We had a little situation going on last week, so but we're here today, and y'all know we're gonna talk about what's going on, man. There's a lot that's going on. The gas prices, they done went up.
Man,
right?
everything going up.
Yeah, everything is going up. Again, we've been talking about this time and time again. As far as America and the economy, the economy it ain't gonna last.
No, because I put a 20 in the tank, and I told you it barely got over a quarter. I was like, what?
Yeah, and it's about to be, even more as far as the prices going up on stuff. Because I just found out, I ain't even know this. I'm new to this, but they talking about shutting down another section over there in the Middle East or whatnot, as far as where they take they oil through and stuff. And I was like, God damn.
So like another Strait of Hormuz.
Right. So this is, but and this is like 12% of the oil that go through there or whatnot. So
they said
you got the 20% on right. Yeah, they're not playing, and it's gonna affect America. In a messed up way. You know what I'm saying? We gonna feel it.
Yeah, I told you I had somebody on my Facebook pose the question, what y'all gonna do when these gas prices get real high?
And what you say?
People are saying, I said they gonna pay.
They gonna pay.
What else you gonna do?
If you want to go somewhere, if you gotta work, you know what I'm saying?
Pay.
I feel sorry for the people our people who gotta work. You know what I'm saying? And really can't afford to
who got those long commutes. I just let go of a case where I had a long commute. I was telling him, like, I can't keep this up, for exhaustion reasons, especially when all that winter weather and black ice stuff hit. But I'm like, I'm so glad that I don't have that long commute no more.
Right, yeah. Other things too, the new Iran leader, he want revenge.
No, they said that after America unalives all his next of kin, they said it's time to make a deal now. He need to make a deal.
No,
ain't no revenge. You need to forgive or forget and make a deal.
Okay, and another thing too, the thing that Araya, he just brought up, and I don't know what the hell is going on with my
You want your other phone? The little one?
No, I don't think it's the phone. I think it's something going on.
With your software?
I can't I can't bring up no messages or whatnot. I can't. It seemed like I can't show them on the screen. I did one, with Araya. But Araya was like, you know, is he unalive? He talking about Netanyahu. And I've been seeing that time and time again going down my my Facebook. You know, that the speech that he had made not too long ago. I think it might have been a couple of days ago, might have been yesterday. But that's supposed to be AI. And they got him with 6 fingers or something like that. Yeah. I don't know if y'all seen that.
I saw that this Edomite was breaking it down. They was like, one thing AI can't do is get them fingers right. And he had 6 fingers. Yeah, that's true.
Right. And then Lindsay said Lyft, Uber, and DoorDash drivers are in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. They ain't making no real money doing that no way.
Hell no.
And then add the inflated gas prices on there.
Exactly. It's we're about to, you know, we gonna feel it. Yeah. We're gonna feel it. You know, me and my wife, we were just looking at some things that she wanted to purchase or whatnot 5 months ago, and now today it's like $100, you know, extra or whatnot. It's an extra $100 that price.
And I want to add to that. Y'all know how a lot of stuff they mass produce, it just sit in these warehouses. So it's not like they just made it based off of these new prices. This stuff been sitting, these cars been sitting on these lots. It's not like they're making them in today's prices. They've been made this stuff, but they trying to charge you the escalated price, which I think is bogus for the consumer.
Yeah, I mean, but it's, you know, that's just how they do it.
Shoot, I wanted to upgrade my vehicle, but I'm like, maybe I need to sit still for a minute.
Yeah, you do.
But we know you gonna say that because it was gonna be your money.
You do, but we also heard about which I did a live on my other channel about as far as the FBI giving warnings about Iran possibly attacking California with drones.
I didn't know California specific, but I did hear about the drones.
California, yeah, the FBI, and the thing about it is, I'm like, how the hell they know?
Maybe
you know what I'm saying?
They intel, the same intel that they used to try to say that Iran is the one who bombed that school with the that bogus.
That was a lie. You know what I'm saying? Because they said that only, I think, 3 countries have the Tomahawk missile.
Yep, and America the one who
and America the one, exactly right. So,
and then I heard today that school was a girls' school, and the girls are the children of the military generals and leaders over there. Like that was some purposely, like, we want to get to y'all fathers by bombing that school.
So it's getting real personal. It's getting real personal, and then on top of that, goddamn, it's just so much happened. In West Bloomfield Hills down in Michigan, probably about 15, 20, 25 minutes from Detroit, a guy, I think he's from Iran, or he might not be, he's from the Middle East, let's just say that. He had ran his car into a synagogue in West Bloomfield Hills, and he from Dearborn. Cause I got the story mixed up on my on my other channel, but he's from Dearborn. Now Dearborn probably about 10 minutes away from Detroit. It's right next door. But he's supposed to unalive some people, and they unalived him. And the reason he did this is because his family got bombed over there in the Middle East. So, can you say sleeper cell? Being awakened?
I can say an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Now, I know that's Old Testament, but I just think that that's a normal response. We've been conditioned to forgive and kumbaya and want to hug the oppressor that's committed an act of murder and got blood on their hands. But these other nations, they ain't so forgiving if you commit this type of, violent act towards them. They want their recompense, which is a natural emotion.
Exactly, right. And then, just like you said earlier, whatever, Trump, he talking about some time out, ceasefire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time out after you didn't unalive this man's family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Several.
Right, yeah.
Family members next to kin. Like, now you want to talk about, what was the exact wording they used?
What, the ceasefire?
Yeah, ceasefire. I'm sorry. Yeah, now he want to try to work out some kind of deal and negotiate after you done already, took blood. So that's my thing with I heard you on your live talk about that local story here. And my thing is, you had Jesse Jackson, and I don't want to beat up our quote unquote black leaders, but you had your Jesse Jacksons and Martin Luther King during those times where they be, forgive, love them through whatever. And then you had the one case, what was it? Bookham Jean, his brother wanted to hug the Edomite, hug the Edomite. Right. The judge hugging the Edomite after they done unalive people.
They don't play that over there.
They have indoctrinated us to be so forgiving.
Right.
Against the oppressor. So I'm glad to see, who don't love a recompense?
Right.
Revenge.
Exactly. Right. And then too, Brother Araya mentioned false flag incoming.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that on my live. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I mentioned that on my live. As far as they might mess around and do a false flag, just to use them nukes,
stir the pot. Because I was watching IUIC and they played a clip where one of their, rabbis, one of their people, went on record to say that they may explode something, that temple specifically, to clear the ground for the building of the third temple and just blame Iran. So Nero, basically, we all know like this is the same playbook, but he actually said it like, we'll blame them for a bombing that they didn't even do.
Well, and that's what they've been doing, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's America MO anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to blame it on the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bad guy. He did it.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's our missiles, but they shot the missile out of the sky and diverted it toward the school, so it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? They come up with anything.
Same playbook. These are drugs, but we're gonna put them in your community, and then once you sell them, we're gonna give you what 50 Cent say. Quit these crackers and give your black 100 years.
Hell yeah, y'all know how they do it or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
But we got a video explaining the situation with the other canal or whatnot. It's called the Bab El Mandeb. I butchered it. Y'all got to excuse me, but I ain't never seen this before, so we're gonna go ahead and look at it right quick, and y'all know we'll be right back.
I hate to be the one to say this, but I think we're cooked, folks. Over the weekend, I'm hearing some information that Iran, they're going to close another critical oil route in the Middle East. And that's going to be the Bab El Mandeb, right? So once they take control of that part of, the strait, I believe on Monday, we're going to be looking at some pretty interesting oil prices across the entire world. So this is a worldwide critical moment to where everyone will feel the squeeze. You have everyone in this world, trying to figure out how to survive. And now you have these individuals getting ready to be, stretched at the pump because they have to get from point A to point B. So gas is not a something I can go without gas. So families are gonna feel it. Everyone's gonna feel it. They're saying that the gas could reach $10. I'm out.
$10 a gallon?
So
That's man.
What is that? Like $100 to get a half tank or a whole tank?
Oh man.
For an average car or whatever.
So this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 15, 18, 21. So 7 gallons, that's like $21 if if it's $3 a gallon.
In today's prices.
Right, exactly. So, but that's a gallon,
Like
$10 a gallon.
But
Yeah,
remember,
about $100.
gas prices went up.
But it ain't go up. It ain't
Not
going up.
here,
goddamn.
but remember in California.
Well, yeah, in
wasn't
California.
it $8 to $10 at one point in California?
Yeah, because California, it's expensive living in California. The gas always gonna be high there. When our gas is like $3 or $2 or something like that, there's like $4 or $5.
Right, because I know your cousin been out there for forever.
Right,
and I know the gas was higher there. And I remember when gas was like $5 here, because we had that big truck at the time.
Okay, Brother Lindsay said, so now they will have to go to war with them. Yeah.
Any excuse.
Exactly. And then he said $210 to fill up my Roadmaster. God damn.
That's a truck?
I think it is.
Oh no, is that old school big body?
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Dang.
Yeah, 200 God damn, man.
Ooh.
That's some money. But my thing is, you know how our people like to go out and party and do other things or whatever, unnecessary things.
Mm-hmm.
People gonna have to stay their ass in the house. People gonna have to sit your ass down, sit your ass down, sit your ass down.
I don't know why you looking at me.
Damn it. We're gonna have to stay in the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Especially the time that we're in now,
Mm-hmm.
trying to be all around the crowds and going to these different events and stuff like that. It's time out for that shit.
I wish I would have sent it to you, but I seen where they was talking about, and this came from mainstream, how they was talking about like America put out, like maybe FBI or somebody put out a statement saying to be on guard, like be on the lookout.
Yeah, keep your head on the swivel or whatnot. Keep your head on the swivel. Right. But we got another video. We got our homeboy or whatever,
we play him weekly.
Yeah, we try to play him weekly because he's watching.
He vigilant, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, that's a good thing because y'all know a lot of our people is not watching. They just around, just everything's normal.
They waiting on St. Patty's Day to put on their green and go drink some green beer next to a devil.
Right, and Easter. The Easter bunny and all that stuff.
Get ready
I need to get my kids they basket and all that crap.
Yeah, I've been seeing that about them deployments.
Oh yeah, right, all right, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that too. That they putting boots on the ground, or they going to send these Marines over there to protect the vessels that's going through the Strait of Hormuz.
What? How they gonna protect the vessels?
I'm just saying what I heard.
No, I'm just saying like it's a suicide mission.
It is.
Like how you gonna protect the vessels going through the Strait of Hormuz?
Basically,
y'all couldn't even fuel the plane. I seen that. After
yeah,
you told
the plane.
Me, I seen that.
You seen that?
I seen it.
So you see what I'm talking about now, right? Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. It's so much stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's going on. I'm like, God damn, next week gonna be something else.
And my thing with the troops, more so y'all know us, but from what we're learning about Iran and their terrain, and the mountains and just the landscape of it, it's like y'all man, old boy ain't listening to the generals. He not listening to wise counsel. That their terrain is, from what I'm learning, almost impenetrable.
Right, yeah, because they got mountains and stuff, and they can be on the mountains and they come in, they can, it's easy picking. But Donald Trump, he don't even know that Iraq and Iran is two different places. No. But, so just think about, you know what I'm saying?
And what happened to presidents used to have to serve in the
yeah,
military
yeah,
before you
yeah.
could even become a president.
Yeah.
What happened to that being a
Nah,
stipulation?
They're just putting dudes who, you know,
Who gonna do their bidding?
celebrities up in there now.
Actors.
Let him run the country.
Dementia patients.
Yeah,
everything.
we need a good actor, you know.
Yeah, but so when we watch the news and they talk about the troops that they sending over there, it's like, especially when we talk about boots on the ground, like.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same breath, y'all telling us about how mountainous the terrain is.
Right.
So are y'all just sending them as sheep to the slaughter? What fight do they have when you're literally saying that you can't even really get on land?
Yeah. Iran, you know, it was said Iran, they probably can't beat America with their forces or whatnot, but they can get them as far as with the economy. Other things,
They're
hackers and
they're allies,
right? They're allies. God damn, let's not forget about their allies,
right? Because they got a squad on their team too.
Yeah.
Even though for some reason people think Iran is the underdog,
right?
I've been reading where a lot of people have been breaking it down, saying America never won the war in Iraq.
Nope. Or
Afghanistan,
right.
Syria. They didn't necessarily
Vietnam.
win.
Yeah, exactly.
They just was like, all right, we did enough. We tore up enough.
We're about here. We
y'all.
got to get about here. And we're going to leave y'all all these weapons, too.
And that's what I was going to say. Just like Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where they left all that stuff at?
No, Afghanistan.
That was Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, y'all, those people have a spirit of fight, and they have a will and a drive. It don't matter how many of them you kill, they're never going to be like, okay, we westernized now.
Exactly, right. And
they true to Allah.
Hell yeah. Hold on, what is it? Jihad and martyrdom.
They
shit.
die for it.
They
Top
die
flight.
for it, right? Exactly.
They ain't playing.
They ain't playing.
We still got that clip.
What?
That Jihad.
Oh no, I gotta
erased
look it up. No, I gotta look it up. It's in one of my phones or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the computer. I think it's in one of my phones. But my man, he was like, yeah, Trump threatened him. This was when Trump was in office, and my man, he came with a couple of his boys and shit. Y'all know them hard-looking motherfuckers.
We are a product of jihad.
We are a product
and
of
his man
jihad.
was like, and Marcus,
yeah,
throw
like,
that in too. Don't forget, we'll die for this.
Man, I never forgot them saying that shit. That shit, I got to get that video up, and cause I know y'all gonna have a time with that. But let's look at our dear brother here and hear what he got to say, and we'll be right back, y'all.
Listen, when I tell you, man, they use our family members as targets, this is what they do. So the Strait of Hormuz is closed, right? No ships, no oil tankers, no nothing is coming through there. Nothing. Mr. Dum Dum has a bright idea. Let's use the U.S. Navy to escort some of these ships through here so folks can get their oil and shit, right? Knowing there's water mines, knowing they can be attacked at any given moment. And where that strait come through that, they got all that shit booby trapped. They don't have to launch hundreds and hundreds of miles. All they got to do is point down and shoot right across. Listen, all this shit is fucked up. You have fighter jets that have been blown out the sky since this war started. You have fuel refilling planes crashing in Iraq. You have ships, before this shit even started, plumbing bad. Got the troops standing in shit and living in bad conditions. On top of that, every time I scroll social media, I'm seeing U.S. soldiers on live dancing and shit. What the fuck is going on, man? We got the best military in the world. Man, look at here, boy. Y'all better get them keys from Trump. Trump fucking up. I ran and told every fucking neighbor, you better get them out your country. If you don't get them out your country, you won't have no drinking water or no food. And by the way, Dubai, you ain't gonna get no more niggas to come over there and visit your motherfucking country in them luxury hotels no more. Hey, the line been drawn and stepped over. And on top of that, Putin getting rich like a motherfucker. So you know there's a conflict between the U.S. and NATO alliance. They like, hold on now, you giving this motherfucker money? Him? The same motherfucker that's threatening to knock us off the planet? Now you putting more money in his pocket? God damn. What do these folks got on you, Trump? This is what NATO asking Trump. What do Putin and Netanyahu got on you, bro? You fucking up the world. You're destroying the economy. What is happening here? Lord have mercy, boy. This shit getting worse by the day, boy. Y'all step out there. Get it out the mud.
Oh, man. He ain't lying. It's getting worse by the day. But let's talk about something. It's crazy how you will see something and then somebody else say something, the same thing that you done seen, and you on another part of the country. I have seen so many videos of soldiers, I hate to say male and female, but male and female dancing on the damn internet. And
right.
What?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And I know when TikTok first came out, I didn't really understand it, but I'm like, we live in a different time. So some people use it for therapy and make them feel better to get on there and do the latest dance trend. The celebrities get on there with their kids doing it. It ain't for us. So I fell back. But when I see soldiers, young black and brown soldiers in the, God, what do they call it? In the fatigue.
They ain't ready. They
are,
ready.
according to the video, they're already deployed over there. And they doing the latest dance trend. I'm looking like, y'all dancing, but them people strapping bombs to their chest.
The Iranians, they ain't dancing.
They ain't dancing.
Ain't dancing.
You're like, wait a minute. I know this y'all downtime. I know this your personal cell phone. But that's where your mindset is. This is America for you. And then I'm going to take it a step further because I noticed a pattern. All the girls I seen in the video that I'm talking about, they all had wigs on. And I'm like, I know people go through stuff with their hair. You lose your hair, whatever. But y'all over there with a wig on. And these people want blood and revenge. Y'all got y'all black asses over there in the middle of something that ain't even got nothing to do with you. All because you and your family ain't have no plan for you when you got up out of high school or college. So you signed up to fight for these people for some kind of future and money to establish yourself in this world. We know why people voluntarily go over there.
It's a poor man's war.
Right. Like in Dead Presidents, they send the poor people over there. But my thing is, you got on a lace front wig and you dancing to TikTok trying to be cute or distract your own mind from the reality of your situation. Meanwhile, we got a video that we showed y'all probably about a year ago where these Arabs is all in a mosque screaming some kind of war song and war chant on one accord in unison, talking about Allah Akbar.
Right. Okay, let me read this comment right here with Brother Arai. He said, Putin over there laughing. Europe has to buy oil from them again. So it's just given like, okay, there go another reason for Europe and them to turn on America. Okay, now y'all got us buying oil. We got to buy oil from Russia now.
Forget y'all. We done.
Yeah, we done.
Y'all.
Yeah,
we're gonna let y'all figure it out on y'all own. We cutting ties from y'all.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. It's such a juvenile, immature spirit.
Right.
That. Go ahead.
No, I was just finna read Brother Lindsay comment. He said they're supposed to be the warriors.
That's what I'm saying. I remember when my brother first went over there, and when he first went to his first training before he left America. I remember how he was calling. You could sense the serious, like he was like, oh God, what did I get myself into? Because he was calling, asking for magazines and newspaper clippings. Because my husband was like, that ninja act like he in jail. The way he's calling you and on you. And then I remember when he got deployed, my brother signed up for 6 years and he regretted it before he was 6 months in. He was like, this ain't for me. Oh God, I can't wait to get out of here. I'll never make a career. And he was Air Force. And so I'm just thinking like, and he didn't see no combat, nothing. I don't even think he ever even shot his gun off. But my point is, our people are so full of folly. This reminds me of being in the wilderness when Moses went up to talk to the Most High and get the commandments and instructions. And our people was building a golden calf, freaking off, having baby oil parties, doing all kind of nonsense. and then, you know, Aaron blamed it on them, and next thing you know, you in idolatry with a golden calf. It's just so much folly. And it's a time to joke and laugh, and I know we could be like a silly people. I know I'm a more of a sillier person than you are, but y'all done been deployed. You in a whole nother country where you don't speak the language. You in a country where you remember that one time they took them soldiers and slapped them hijabs on them girls' head and made them cover their head, and y'all over there in a wig playing, shaking y'all behind to TikTok, and you got people who will execute vengeance on whoever.
And not only, you know what I'm saying, as far as them getting revenge or whatever, they defending themselves. You know, it's a different story when somebody trying to defend themselves. They're gonna do anything necessary to defend themselves.
Right. Some of them may not see the children of the slaves. They may just see an American uniform and be like, whatever. I mean, I guess for me it's just like, and these young girls, you can tell they in their 20s. Y'all want to sit up and do a TikTok dance. You need to be trying to get pregnant. You need to be trying to do something to get your behind from that front line.
Exactly, right.
Whatever you got to do.
Right. I was watching the Brew yesterday, and he was talking about the draft, you know, and he had a video. I wish I could pull that video up, but I didn't know where he got the video from. But the lady was talking about, you know, like, you probably gonna have more transsexuals or whatnot, you know, men trying to turn into women. And the dude, I was thinking like, he was like, oh, you know what this remind me of? And I said, I already know what you're talking about. The scripture where, and let me get that scripture right quick. Cause he was like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of men, you know, saying that, you know, I'm a transsexual or whatnot just to get out the army. But the scripture was Jeremiah 51 and 30. And it reads, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. So they're gonna be trying to do, you know, the people who got sense. They're gonna be trying to do anything they can to prevent from going over there to that war. You know, because and that's probably another reason why they're not saying the amount of casualties, the real amount of casualties that's you know happening over there.
They're not saying the real amount of people being deployed. They're holding back a lot of the numbers, because when you see a video and you start reading comments, people are saying, you know, my son got this message, my son was sent here, but they're not telling the masses what's really going on. But you have individuals who are making comments about the prayers that they want for their loved one being sent over there. And that's my whole point. You know, if you signed on the dotted line, I guess to some extent you got to go over there and do what you got to do. But just the lack of seriousness, just everybody in America playing, but everybody outside of America serious.
Yeah, they're serious, yeah. And then everybody in America is not taking this as, oh shit, what we got what our leader got us into. You know, they just a lot of people, you know, and it's a lot of mega people feeling like, oh, Iran can't do nothing with America. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to look and think, oh, it's just not Iran. You didn't hear of Russia and China and North Korea, mm-hmm. you know, which we've been talking about these same countries for years now. China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran. Mm-hmm. Them the four main players or whatnot. That's, you know what I'm saying, going with the four carpenters.
That's going to rock America's snot box.
Rock a nigga snot box. Right. But let's listen to this dude here. I know y'all probably familiar with him or whatever. We done played him a couple of times on the channel. So let's listen to what he got to say, and we'll be right back.
According to credible reports and official statements by the Iranian government, that 173 members, officers and men of the famed Delta Force are in their hands as captured prisoners of war, and others were killed What apparently happened was that the United States attempted a military landing, which went disastrously wrong, was ambushed by a superior force of IRGC fighters who killed and took 173 people prisoner. That's quite a haul of prisoners of war from an elite American unit, and now further complicates the entire military situation. It's now confirmed also.
Okay, and that, I don't know if y'all heard about that story. I've been seeing it on my timeline time and time again, and I go in the comments, and you got these megas, these, you know, these Caucasians, these Esau. Oh, that's AI. First thing, that's AI. You know, you can't believe it. They putting up their laughing emojis and all that. Like, you know, like, it's going to be a time where they going to see, oh, we in some shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, that ain't no AI. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be.
They're going to be proven wrong. The scriptures say that they're going to be like a woman in travail.
Exactly, because they think that America can't be touched.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to add this to that. For all of the people who we encounter that are non-believers, I want to use the analogy of COVID. You never thought that you'd be on lockdown, that you couldn't come in the store without wearing a poisonous mask. You never thought that you would have to have paperwork to say that you're supposed to be out, that you have the right. Because you remember, I got one from my job that I was an essential person, and I had a paper that if I got stopped or any of this, that I was justified in being out. You never thought there would be a curfew. You never thought that they would create a cure in 3 months and force it on the majority. So there's a lot of things we never thought that would happen that has happened from 2019 to now. So I just don't get all of the doubters and naysayers, because it's like you already lived through some stuff that you thought would never happen.
You're right about that. You are right about that. But it's a lot of people that don't believe or feel like, you know, oh shit, ain't nothing gonna happen in America. This is America. It's the greatest country on earth, you know, and it is. It's the greatest country on earth ever.
For an Edomite.
Yeah, you're right, for an Edomite. But it's gonna come a time, and you know, it might be soon than later, but it's gonna come a time when they gonna understand, okay, this shit ain't sweet.
Well, like I've learned from you, if you gonna fight, you can give punches, but you gonna have to take them.
You got to take some. You got to take some.
And America,
you got to be able to take some.
America like to punch people in the face or sneak people. So America gonna have to take some punches.
They like to sucker punch your ass. You ain't lying. But this is a video my wife, she had sent to me, and I thought it was, you know, it was comical. It's a sister or whatnot. We'll be right back.
Iran said, I'm not playing with you hoes. Yeah, I told you, nobody coming through the Strait of Hormuz. This Thai ship left out of the UAE trying to go through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran said, meek, blew that bitch right on up. People were able to get off safely. 3 are still missing, and they in Oman. Iran said, we not fucking around because we know how the U.S. do. You'll try to get around us through somebody else, through one of these countries who might be scared of you. We not. Send another ship through here, see what the fuck happened. That ain't what I said. That's what Iran said. I'm just relaying a message. Please stop playing with these people because they not playing with us.
And people starting to see too, you know, that these people ain't playing.
Just to piggyback what we was talking earlier, American soldiers playing.
Right.
Iran ain't playing.
They ain't playing.
They ain't on TikTok. They don't have unlimited data and Wi-Fi where they can goof off just dancing on TikTok. Nor do they desire that.
Right. Iran ain't talking about okay, yeah, let's bring in that ceasefire just like we did in the 12-day war. Yeah, we want a ceasefire. Yeah. We want to. They like, no, hell, we don't.
Matter
want
of fact, one of their leaders went on record. Remember, a couple like last week, he went on record. They asked him in an interview. They asked that man, "Do he want the war to be over? Do he want America to stop?" He said no. And the interviewer, the Edomite, was like, "Excuse me, you don't want?" What he tell that man? He said no.
He's like, no.
We want them to come on. We ready.
He's like, we are waiting for them.
Yes. They don't want it to be over.
Yeah, he was like they was waiting on him. But Brother Araya, he said that was AI. So Brother Araya saying that was AI.
What was AI?
I guess the with the soldiers or whatever. No. The soldiers.
The 173.
The 177
okay.
Soldier.
Okay.
And Brother Araya also said, yeah, you're about to see these lone wolves acting up in these streets.
They done did it before.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are over here in the States. And again, like he said, y'all attacking these villages or y'all just doing whatever y'all doing over there. And then when people get the word back that they loved ones, what you got? What do you, if somebody unalive, your wife, let's take the new leader, his wife. I seen like nephew. It was maybe like 3 other close family members.
His son got unalive.
Wife, son, nephew. Was it a daughter too? It was maybe about 5.
And his daddy.
Okay, and of course his daddy. What you got? On some real stuff? What you got left to live for? For real?
Exactly.
You ain't got nothing to lose. Most people be like, I ain't got nothing to live for.
Right. That's just like the dude in West Bloomfield. They killed his family. So what is he gonna go back to? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it remind me of a movie. I cannot think of the name of the movie with Jamie Foxx and that white boy that played the hero in a lot of the movies. Jamie Foxx was the lawyer, and the white man, some disgusting Edomite, killed his wife and daughter.
I know which one you're talking about.
And he waited and plotted and planned his revenge. Well, first he waited on the justice system. Because Jamie Foxx was the attorney. For the state. And he kept telling him it ain't about what's true, it's what you can prove in court.
Right, exactly.
And he kept telling him, like, helping him to try to win the case. And he was just like, you know, that ain't what's gonna get it. And when the justice system,
he was an engineer.
Okay. When the justice system failed him, he took the law in his own hands. And he slowly unalived that man. Because he didn't have nothing to live for. He wanted to go to jail.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then when he was in jail, he was going crazy.
Yeah, he dug out.
Yeah.
This dude was going crazy as shit. Brother Lenzel said Gerald Butler.
Yep, Gerard Butler. And Jamie Foxx. Yep.
That's what it is. Yep. Law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen.
Right,
yep.
Exactly.
Y'all remember that after his wife and daughter was you know, unalive, he was like, I don't care no more.
Yeah. It was just like, you know, forget it. What I got to lose. You know what I'm saying? But
just like the brother who I was thinking about, we need to follow up on the brother where the police unalived his son.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Remember, he was like, I ain't got nothing to live. I don't care. And the scriptures even tell you that the son gonna avenge his father. Something like the father leave one like him in his place. It's in one of the wisdom chapters. But the scriptures even tell you that.
Exactly right. This is another video. I forgot what this video about, but this is a video that's in the queue. So I'm gonna go on and play it, and we're gonna be right back.
Here's some information that I found alarming. If the Strait of Hormuz stays shut for about 30 days, it could trigger an event like the 1979 oil crisis that many of us didn't even get to experience, but what I've seen from history was absolutely insane. If it stays shut for 60 to 90 days, it could actually trigger an entire global recession, killing the stock market and absolutely all of our finances.
Well, that'll be two birdies with one stone, because we know they want that reset.
Right.
We know that they want to put fear in the hearts of people, and they want to what did he? Oh God, I lost my train of thought. One of the points he made. The stock market. They want that digital currency and all of that. They want people to suffer, domestic and abroad. So it's two birds with one stone.
And then, you know, a lot of people is they've been saying it, like, you know, this war can cripple America. You know what I'm saying? It can cripple the economy.
Yeah,
because America so far spent 11 billion in a week from this war. You got to think about all the transportation and all that stuff, the missiles, and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. 11 billion.
Which is, every time I hear numbers like that, to me it's just a slap in the face. Y'all can't do nothing for nobody domestically. Y'all ain't got no funds. Y'all can't help us. We can't get no stimulus check. We can't get a tax break. We can't even get a SNAP card and get some free groceries.
Right. Brother Rise said make sure y'all have some cash in hand just in case.
You right about that.
You right about that.
Yeah.
And people been saying that. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. You were on point tonight, Brother Rise. But let's look at our sister Lisa Cabrera. She was talking. I think this is the video. I hope it wasn't something I was looking at one of her other videos, but I think this is the video right here. We're gonna be right back.
They're gonna target banks, water systems, and power grids in the U.S. So all I have to say to y'all is, if you can get some, or you know, a decent amount out of your bank account just to have it, so you're not going to be without any funds, I would recommend you doing that. And I'm not going to just tell you to do it, and I myself don't do it. I'm going to do it myself, you know, have like a set amount of money, because if you don't have access to your account because of what Iran is saying they're going to do, only because America has done this to them. And by the way, it's happening in Israel too. Iran, over these last few days, started bombing Israel's banks. So it's happening to them. It has not happened to us yet, but Iran said it's coming. All right. They're saying it's coming. So we'll get more into this. You've got to give me time to get everything set up, but we will get more into it. But actually, Iran has been attacking the water in this country, which I'm finding out for the first time. They were able to breach a dam, and I did not even know about it until now. But they said, yeah, they have the ability to do cyber attacks and even impact our water. So y'all, we're going to have to start preparing ourselves, because, you know, I believe life in America is no longer going to be comfortable. And, you know, one thing about us, because of all the racism and things that we have gone through, one thing about us, we almost expect anything. But these other groups, they have been in complete comfort, and they never had to worry about racist attacks and racism through laws, and, you know, or racist people sitting in high places making, you know, just trying to make our lives miserable. See, they never had to deal with that before. But for the first time, many of these people that went out of their way to make us uncomfortable, they're about to be uncomfortable up in here, y'all. You know? And all I have to say is, if you can prepare yourself, then do what you need to do. Okay? Do what you need to do. But Most High willing, we should be okay, because he'll find a way for us to make it. because he has all this time. I have no doubt about it. He will be there for us. But for these other people, it is about to be pure hell up in here. But one thing the Iranians said, y'all, they said they're going to mess up the credit system in this country and give everybody an 800 score credit.
Wow. Wow. Man, these people, they talking about messing with the water, the banks, giving people 800 credit scores.
Well, you remember, I don't know, y'all, it was a few months ago. Remember T-Mobile, some of the phone carriers, they went out. Yeah, matter of fact, because your mama, T-Mobile. Yep. I remember not too long ago, something else happened cyber-wise. And, you know, you'll get on the internet and people will be talking about it. I remember maybe 2 years ago before we left, one of those banks in California went belly up.
Yeah.
So I don't doubt that they would do these things and that our fabulous government is withholding a lot of information from the American citizens. They are not telling us what's really going on for multiple reasons. They don't want us to be prepared. They don't want pandemonium and hysteria and chaos.
Right.
You know, they want it to be controlled, and then they want to come, bam, we got the solution. You know, here y'all all sign up for this, line up to get that. But we don't know half. And if it wasn't for the internet, it's so much that we would not know about what's going on over in these different areas.
Exactly. Right. But just like she said or whatever, you know, with the other nations, you know, they always had it comfortable here. Mm-hmm. But it's about to be, you know, real messed up for these people. They ain't gonna understand. It's gonna be uncomfortable for them, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, we got to keep our head on the swivel. We got to get prepared. Mm-hmm. You know, do whatever we can. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, as far as some of our lifestyles or whatever, we can't do much, but you know, we can do what we can.
Right.
You know, something. We just can't, you know, just sit around and wait, and we got to do some things, you know, to get prepared because we know something is coming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As far as with the economy, war over here, you know, them touching America. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just different things that we got to watch out for.
Yeah, goods and services are probably not going to be as abundant,
right,
as they are now. Just like with C-19, you know, you had certain things you couldn't get. You know, you had people who was mobbing places, and you just didn't feel safe going to certain areas. Because I had a friend asking me about some of this stuff. And I was telling my friend, like, you know, in my opinion, this ain't the season to be booking cruises and booking trips. I think this is a season for us to get our houses in order and be in our houses out the way, because you got people beefing and we're in the middle, and you don't want to live in fear, but you don't want to be somewhere unnecessarily in crowds and things go down and you could be in harm's way. You could be stuck somewhere. You procrastinate and you wait to get something and you go to the store and it's, you know.
Right. It was a lot of people that got stuck over there in Dubai. Mm-hmm. One of those people was, if you can remember, Lindsay, I shared this video of this one guy. He a brother. And he be talking shit about the brews or whatnot, and he was talking about some lady or something like that, and you had commented like, man, I don't mess with dude or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But that dude, he got stuck over there in Dubai.
Cause I watch a brew who did a video on him. I wasn't.
You know what I'm talking?
I wasn't familiar with the guy.
He got like kind of freckles or something.
I wasn't even familiar with the guy. I was just watching the brew, and the brew was saying the same thing you were saying. Like, he always making videos on brews, and now look at him, he's stuck over there.
Wow, brother Arise said, yeah, my barber said he and his family going to Jerusalem in May to fellowship, and he said I gave him a side. I know what you mean, because that's the wrong goddamn place to be over there, man. They said that place looking like goddamn Gaza.
Yeah, we seen a video where a lot of them was busting up. A lot of them was up in the
Yeah,
airport.
they was in that airport,
Getting the heck on.
Getting the hell on.
Somebody I know from high school was on Facebook and posted that she was on the way to the airport and her flight got canceled. So, that was just a few hours before. And I was shocked. 99% of the people in her comments was telling her that's God. You don't know what God protecting you from. Now ain't the time to be getting on no plane unnecessarily. And she just thinking about how it's messed up. Her birthday plans was canceled. But I was just shocked at the response she got. People telling her, like, you need to look at that as a blessing.
All right, it's our time, y'all. We got our little kids all at the door waiting on us and stuff. There, y'all should see them. They like, man, we getting bombarded. But, man, we appreciate y'all coming and kicking it with us. Brother Araya, Brother Linzel, we appreciate y'all with the chat. Y'all kept it on fire today, like y'all always do.
That's right.
Next week, same time, same channel, Most High willing. Y'all know how crazy it get around here at the old family. But keep the commandments. Y'all keep y'all head on the swivel. We gotta do this ourselves. We gotta get a little prepared for the unknown. Because we don't know what the hell gonna go on. We don't know what's the next phase of things that's gonna happen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we got to prepare ourselves and try to make it as comfortable as we can for ourselves or whatnot. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Again, Shalom, Brother Linzel, Shalom, Brother Rob. We appreciate y'all and whoever else is watching. And then for the replay people too, we appreciate y'all. Watching and kicking it with us or whatnot.
Excuse me.
But with that being said, we're gonna go and get up out of here. It's the old family. Shalom. Till next week, Most High willing.
Shalom, Zion.